Chapter 194, Jin Dragon Token 1. In the outside world, Sanshi stood rooted to the ground, the light in his eyes flickering non-stop. This was a battle between the two consciousnesses. Lu Jiu frowned as he looked at Sanshi, who had been possessed. The blood-robed old ghost was too careless and gave Yu Wenzhong the opportunity to possess him. Cultivators could possess others, but they could also use methods to prevent themselves from being possessed. They had relevant Dharma treasures and talismans for that purpose. That's only if he can afford it. If he possesses someone else to recover his cultivation, his wealth will probably be almost exhausted. It's not easy to buy Dharma treasures and talismans that can stop a nascent soul realm cultivator from possessing him. Ghost Butcher shook his head. He did not think that Sanshi could afford these methods. He can't stop Yu Wenzhong's possession. Kill him. We can't give that old dog a chance to live. The perfected Lord of 100 Poisons appeared at the side and pointed the poisonous blade in his hand at Sanshi's glabella. Lu Jiu and Ghost Butcher hesitated for a moment but did not stop him. They had the same thoughts as the perfected Lord of 100 Poisons and did not believe that Sanshi could win in the possession. This way, it would be easy to kill Yu Wenzhong directly. At this moment, Lu Youai said, "Why should we kill him? If we capture him, the Yi family will become wary and give in to us." "Kid, you are too ignorant. The Yi family only cares about bloodline. If he loses his physical body, he will no longer be considered a member of the Yi family." The perfected Lord of 100 Poisons mocked as he stabbed the poisonous blade in his hand at Sanshi's glabella. In his mental world, Sanshi could sense poison perfected Lord attacking him, but he could not effectively control his body to dodge. Ting! Something knocked the poisonous blade away, causing sparks to fly. Don't go overboard. A month reinforcements from the Yi family. A silver-haired old man walked out. His cultivation was D, and he was also at the nascent soul realm. "Yu Wending, I didn't expect you to be the one to come as reinforcement. Then I will have to kill Yu Wenzhong even more." Lu Jia's face suddenly contorted. The chains wrapped around Sanshi and pulled him away from the Yi family. "Ha ha ha. You're mentioning me as a son-in-law at this time? Ridiculous, not only him, but Lu Youai's eyes were also filled with obvious resentment. Lu Jiu dragged Sanshi back and threw him beside the perfected Lord of 100 Poisons. "Kill him quickly." The perfected Lord of 100 Poisons waved his hand and attacked without hesitation. "Don't you dare!" Yuning rushed over but was blocked by Ghost Butcher. Swoosh! The poisonous blade entered Sanshi's head with some difficulty. The perfected Lord of 100 Poisons was surprised. This fellow's bones are really tough. It's like Dharma treasures. Fortunately, he didn't use much nomological power to resist. Otherwise, it would be difficult to kill him. He grabbed the poisonous blade and twisted it. At the same time, he released the poison to destroy Sanshi's brain, not leaving a living body for Yu Wenzhong. Lu Jiu fiddled with his fingers, and the rattling chains interwove into a huge net that enveloped Sanshi. This way, even if Yu Wenzhong's nascent soul wanted to escape, it would be blocked by the soul lock chain. When Sanshi's body lost its vitality, Yu Wenzhong's nascent soul had no choice but to leave and be completely wiped out. This fellow died just like that. Lu Youai stared blankly as Sanshi's head turned black. Her expression was complicated. He doesn't know how to keep a low profile. If he doesn't die, who will? Qian was disdainful, but he heaved a sigh of relief in his heart. After this blood-robed old ghost came to the Heavenly Ghost sect, he had felt immense pressure. It was best if he die. What a pity, has actually quite powerful. Fang Gang felt a little regretful, has just too arrogant. How dare he provoke such a powerful enemy? Sensing that his body had suffered a heavy blow, Sanshi, who was in his spiritual space, was speechless. *CK. This old dog hasn't even destroyed my soul, but I was actually killed by my own people. These guys were indeed from the demonic cults. They were not hesitant when they decided on their own people. As his physical body was killed and his soul was destroyed, the power of his soul quickly weakened. Yu Wenzhong also sensed that Sanshi's body had suffered a fatal attack. He shouted angrily, "Damn it, you didn't even give me a chance to possess you. If I go out, I'll die." He was very indignant. A cultivator's nascent soul was indeed considered a second life, but without a body to bear it, it would be very weak. Sanshi, whose soul was rapidly weakening, glanced at him. "What's the hurry? I'll give you a surprise later." As he spoke, his physical body quickly died, reaching the standard of death. "Your body has been poisoned to death. Poison resistance plus 1000. You have absorbed strength from death and obtained 500 freedom attribute points. You will be resurrected in 3 seconds. No resurrection location set. Resurrection on the spot by default. You can choose an alternate resurrection point. Do you want to choose?" Songqi thought for a moment and chose to revive on the spot. This was because he sensed that Yuanzhong still had the strength to run in his state, and Lugia's Dharma treasure outside could lock him up. If he revived elsewhere, he might very well escape. "You've chosen to revive on the spot." 3 seconds passed. Songqi's turbulent mental world instantly stabilized. The situation here became even better than when Yuanzhong first entered. Yuanzhong, who was already in despair, was stunned. What was going on? How's it? Is this surprise alright? Songqi smiled as he looked at Yuanzhong, who was still in his mental world, and he became certain of 2 things. Yuanzhong, who had possessed him, had not been expelled because of his resurrection. A special program must have been erected by the system. At this moment, both parties were assumed to be one. The second was the life and death goo. This thing did not disappear or was ejected because of his death. It had probably become a parasite or something. He became cautious. His resurrection did not seem to be able to farm off any special statuses like being possessed. It also could not even farm off goo. "Let's continue," Songqi said. Since Yuanzhong's soul possession had not stopped, he had to let Yuanzhong kill him a few more times.